Tip baiting is a practice where people offer a tip to entice faster service, only to reduce or remove the tip once the order has been delivered. An Uber Eats delivery driver confronted a customer after he allegedly tried to deceive her.
Hello, do you have the phone number to y'all's office?
Well, there's multiple people here. What's your...
So I just made a delivery here for Uber for Eric.
Okay.
And the order was $21. So when I get here, he got the order 8 minutes early. I shopped and did $153 worth of food, of snacks for you guys. And then Uber tells me, oh, by the way, they took away all this money and you only got paid $5 for this trip.
So you can talk to Eric?
I would like to, but if not, then I want to talk to a manager, because there's no reason that they should have took my money away unless you're bait tipping. Unless you're tip baiting, like, I don't know why you would do that.
Well, yes, here's a let me get
Dark. I made a delivery here for $21 for a $150 order with Target, $143 and some change. 5 cases of water, a whole bunch of bulk stuff. And I just got a notification from Uber that says, oh, by the way, they reduced your tip and you only got $5.59. They do this all the time. They tip bait so that way people will take their orders so they can be cheap. But this is a business. Dark parent sit, operating facility, and innovative services. Like, why are you taking away money from hardworking people? It's what y'all do.
I understand what you're saying. I haven't even touched my app since you guys left. So I don't even know what you're communicating, what you're saying.
I only see it in my app.
I haven't even done the rate, right? So I haven't done anything with it.
So it's just...
Recently, gig workers have been raising concerns about tip baiting, which they feel is very unfair and exploitative. In a Reddit post on the Uber Eats subreddit, a delivery driver argues that the practice constitutes fraud and is therefore illegal. He wrote, "Every time I have been tip baited, I've called and received the full bid. I generally have to talk to a supervisor, and I clearly state that the offer I accepted is a legally binding contract. It is consideration pay, not a tip. They pay up 100% of the time because they literally know they are in the wrong to allow customers to do this, and they don't want an ocean of small claims against them. Uber needs to remove this feature." Social media platforms and online forums dedicated to gig workers are full of stories of tip baiting, with many workers sharing their experiences and warning others about this practice.
The most common comment I've been seeing on this video is everyone saying, like, what's the problem? If she, like, still tipped you $14, like, isn't that a good tip? Or, like, they just don't clearly understand. Which is fine, because I never understood or knew what it was till I became an Instacart shopper. I used to see videos and TikToks of people who would go back, like, raging mad to the customer's house, throwing fits, whatever. This was not the case. With this lady, I was on the phone with Instacart customer service. When I went back, I thought she made a mistake. Even Instacart was like, it had to have been a mistake because she gave you a 5-star review. She said you went above and beyond. We don't understand what happened. After they heard her say that and everything on the phone, they told me that to give them a minute, I'm going to go through her history and see if what she's saying checks out, because we don't tolerate that. So I was like, cool, awesome, I'll wait, I'm patient. So then they came back on the phone and said, yes, just like she said, she does it all the time. She does it all the time. So what we're going to do, which actually does not make sense to me now that I think about it, they were like, so what we're going to do is we're going to block her from getting you as a shopper, and then we're going to send this to the higher-ups, and they will deactivate her account because we do not tolerate tip baiters. A tip baiter is somebody who puts a huge tip on there because they know that the higher the tip, the faster the groceries will get to your house. When I was living in Texas, I had a friend who is like an avid DoorDash user, and he was always, that's when I was doing DoorDash, and he was always complaining to me like, Elizabeth, why does it take so long for my food to get to me? I told him, the higher the tip, the faster you get your food. And he was like, well, I don't feel like tipping that much. You know, the store's only a mile down the street. I was like, okay, then wait. He called me later that night, He said he ordered like Taco Bell or something that was literally right around the corner from his house. And he was like, I think he said he ordered like $20-$30 worth of food. And he gave a $10 tip because he wanted the food immediately and he wanted to see if my theory worked out. And of course, his food was there in less than 7 minutes. When we are picking your orders, we are picking it based on what we see. So when it pops up, it's going to say like $35, 2 miles, 26 items, 30 units, stuff like that. And it only gives you the address of the store at the top. I have some people telling me to cut her break. You know, she's old. She probably doesn't know what she's doing. Do you know how much harder it is to go back into the app after a delivery has been completed to decrease a tip? Like, there's so much button clicking work that you have to do that.
Tip baiting isn't new, but drivers say it's especially bad on Walmart's Spark platform. Walmart says only a small percentage of orders have tips lowered, and tips are more often increased. While tip baiting happens on other apps, many drivers who make deliveries for Spark said the problem was particularly bad on Walmart's delivery service. They traced the problem to a Spark policy giving customers up to 24 hours to reduce or take back their tips. Other apps, including Instacart and DoorDash, have shorter take-back periods or other measures that limit tip baiting.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notification.